Hey everybody, it's Carm Capriato. Now, didn't I hear that video? Does anyone quite understand that? Interesting. Well, I'll have to figure that out, but I hope somebody who's in the green room, shake your head if you can hear my voice. Okay, great. Thank you. Well, for some reason I didn't hear the video. Hey, welcome. It's 12 noon. It's East Coast time, and you are guaranteed to have the aftermarketweekly.com show. And I'm Carm Capriato from Remarkable Results Radio and the Town Hall Academy, and For the Record, and all these other fun things that I seem to be doing in the industry. As people are saying, Carm, you're a hell of an influencer in the industry. We're glad to have you. So thank you so much for that. Hey, show 19. It is September 15th, and we're going to have a whole bunch of fun today. And you can watch live on my website. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all kinds of different channels. But my website's experiencing a little bit of a security thing. Doesn't mean that you can't go there and watch it, but you can force through it and go to the advanced section and go onto the live page and watch this if you're not if you're not where you are. By the way, if you're on social media with us, please check in with your city because I can see what's going on. There's Ron Tinner. Good to see you, Ron. And give us a like, do some comments for us and or share. So that's out of the way. Hey, we're going to have a great guest host today. It's going to be Tony Tatic, yes, from TMT. Oh my God, there it is. We're all excited to have Tony with us. We're going to have a great agenda for you. Here is our agenda. Tony's going to come on and he's going to talk about what he believes is one of his most shrewdest advantages. I'm going to do something on how I see it, and we're going to talk about your fortune. Tony's coming back doing self-education, and we are going to do a shop tour with Randy Swanson from Swanson's Auto Service in Granville, Michigan. And we're so happy to have Randy with us. I think he's in the Grand Rapids area and near my good old friend Tom Ham, who started this with us. And if you would love to have your shop considered to come on here and do a shop tour, just because maybe you've got some neat new ADAS test calibration equipment, who knows? And as Tony and I were talking, you may have a brand new store you'd love to show off. And so we would absolutely love to have you. Hey, let me tease you with the trivia. Guess this is really cool. And I want you to think outside the box on this. Who's the world's largest tire manufacturer? Think outside the box. And if you think you know, at the end of the show, we're going to give you that. Hey, I want to share with you what went on this week with the podcast today. A great episode went out. This is really fun, and it is different, and it is something we need to talk about. Bob Greenwood, Chris Clodier, very passionate about changing the language in our industry. Words like trainer, training, shop owner, customer, mechanic, work order, they don't believe they should exist. And they all will give you the alternatives as to what they should be. It's really, really worth your listen. Last Friday, an episode with Margaret Palango went out. One of our great new formats, 20 questions in 30 minutes. Margaret is the Executive Vice President of Auto Shop Solutions. It was her first time on with me. It was an awful lot of fun. I think you'll love to hear that. Well, look at my friend Tony Tatic is here. Let me bring him up. Hello, Tony. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, Carm. How are you doing?
Good. I interviewed your dad with a 20 questions in 30 minutes, I think about 3 weeks ago, in that range. Love your dad. He did a great job. And I'll never forget meeting you at Vision. And I think it maybe was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
And you so reminded you of me, or me of me.
Yep.
And I loved it. Young man. And since that time, I know you've become an equity owner. It's always great to bring in family and give them equity in the business.
Yep.
And basically, your dad said, handle it. Just go run the place.
Yep. Yes, he did. Very much so. You got to be willing to give that piece of the pie also to somebody else as a shop owner too. So
yeah. You know what? You and I should get together and do a podcast on that whole thing. And I think there's a lot of successions that could be better because of maybe some advice you could give.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, we're bringing you on,
Yep.
babe. It's your show, Shrewd Advantage. Talk to
Hey,
us.
one thing that I just did, I went with two of my close friends, Ryan Hildebrand from Northern Kentucky, and also Tristan from the Chicago area. Shop visits are so important. It's awesome on the Aftermarket Weekly that we bring shop visits to you live, but shop visits in person carry even more weight. So a couple weeks ago, we took 2 days, a Monday and a Tuesday, and we went and visited 10 shops over the course of 2 days. Saw 10 different owners, spent about an hour to maybe an hour and a half at most at each shop, and just went literally from where Ryan left in Northern Kentucky, where Tristan left in Chicago, picked me up in little old Bremen, Indiana, and we went all the way up to Detroit, made a circle into Michigan, and then came all the way back down back to Indiana, and then sent those two back home. And it was such a fun time just to spend time with two other industry guys, two other shop owners, and then also see those 10 other shops and get ideas from those. And it's just hugely important. So I get asked a lot of times, and I've done this a few different times, is how do you do it? So you can hit multiple shops in one day, like we just did. It's a perfect way to do it. You get so much knowledge, but you might go on information overload from that. The other way to do it would be you could hit one shop while on vacation. My wife loves to go to the beach. I hate going to the beach. I'm not a beach guy and everything. So one time I went and actually wrote service in an automotive shop for an afternoon while I was on vacation and worked in a guy's shop in Melbourne, Florida. So, there's ways that you can do that. We all go to these meetings and everything. Most of us drive. Sometimes you fly and you rent a car and stuff. Go hit a couple shops while you're at a meeting. You're already there investing time in yourself to be able to learn more and bring back to your shop. Why not hit a couple other people's shops and bring some back?
Yeah.
The
Great point, Tony.
Yeah, the amount of time in each shop's important. I think you can do it in 30 minutes to an hour. If you spend more time, allows you just that much more time to dig in and carry that much more impact for yourself and the other shop owner.
So you're there for an hour and you're looking around. Do they ask you, okay, come in my office, close the door. What'd you see? Anything that you can help me with?
For me, if somebody asks me that, I'm a person that has to soak stuff in. So, the next thing I wanted to talk about was why and what do you do with that information? And I really want to be able to carry impact and help somebody. So if I was asked that by a shop owner, I'd be like, I'd maybe give a couple things, but I would say, hey, here's what I'm going to do. In a couple days, I'm going to send you an email, and it's going to have a list of things that I saw, things that I would ask you questions about, or critiques that I see. And that'll help you to really give more. And when you give more and you're looking at things like that with that type of focus and everything, you're going to receive more. When you're giving more to people, you receive more in return. It's an automatic thing that way. So
Very, very, very smart. Now, here's another interesting, what I think would be a benefit from doing this. You leave, the team knows it, and then you come back 3 or 4 or 5 days later, however long the tour was.
yep. Yeah. And
The team says, uh-oh, Tony went out. He's coming back with all these ideas. We're going to have to go on improvement status. Does that happen?
that does happen. But here's the thing, and I put this down too, is you want to make a list of 1 to 3 things. So I'm a big guy. You can go do this and visit 10 shops, and you can come back with 50 things, overwhelm yourself, overwhelm your staff. Well, there's no way in heck that you're going to come back and implement 50 things. So you need to implement 1 to 3 things, 100% implementation, 100% follow through with each of your staff members, and make sure that that's good for 90 days before that implementation of that object is going to stay solid within your business.
Great advice. Hey, thank you so much. I love your point earlier. We're actually doing the video tours, and this is great. You can pick an idea or two from that and do some comparatives, but there's nothing like being in the shop. So thank you for sharing that. I know that you'll continue to have all kinds of success because you're doing that. Thank you so
Yep.
much. Hey, let's move on to our next topic here. I just want to share with you what's going on with the Town Hall Academy, everybody. We have a succession planning episode with an internal candidate. So Bob Ward was kind of the consultant involved in this. Steve LaFleur is the shop owner, And Dave Mendez is one of two internal candidates that are buying Steve's place. And so, what we'll have a chance to do is tear this apart. 2 weeks ago, we did succession planning with a family member, and we're going to do. And now this coming Friday, we're doing an internal candidate. Also, last Friday, our Town Hall Academy was on delayed maintenance and the power of appointments. That episode will come out as a podcast on Thursday. If you haven't seen it, go to my Facebook channel. It was just super and it was just excellent. We learned an awful lot. Okay, let's jump into how I see it. Let's just get this right. There you go. All right, Tony. It's Carm who's on for this one. In the past, I've shared with you the 9 strategies that I've discovered doing 800 plus podcast episodes, and there they are. I have covered these in the past, but I really would love to quickly just cover what I believe is development is a sustainable competitive advantage for you. And development in my world really means training. Rick, get me the next slide. Thank you so much. Here, I'm going to go over this pretty quick. Since development is training, however you want to call it, it's important that for everyone in the company, technician, service advisor, CEO, and even people in the back office need to understand marketing, finance, and all kinds of great software that's available. I've talked about this before about keeping a training resume on everyone. And it could be as simple as an Excel spreadsheet and put the dates of all the classes. You could actually have a chance to compare all the technicians and the service writers and what classes they have attended. Write out in the job description how many hours you expect each and every year from your people in the training that they have, and then provide a training incentive around it. If you say 40 or 60 hours a year of training, and your people are reaching those on a quarterly basis and not just all at once, then it's possible. And there's a lot of shop owners out there that do offer incentives when they reach those hours. Manage web training. It's big today, and we can't get away from online web training. But do you know what's going on? Are you managing the courses that your team is attending? Are they reporting back to you as to the courses? And let me tell you about when you teach, you learn. I mean, I think Tony may have alluded to that here just a minute ago. But if you have lunch and learns, and someone, say, the evening before attended a 2-hour seminar, and they come back and they distill it in a lunch and learn the following day, you know what's going on. Everything is purposely scheduled, and you get one of your people to repeat what they learned in a half hour from the 2-hour class the night before. There's a piece of magic that happens, and that is that when you teach, you end up learning, and it becomes more of a constitution inside of you. So that's my little piece. And it's a high level, but something to get you to think about things. And welcome to the people that are hanging with us on Facebook and all the other social channels. I appreciate that. Love to hear what city you're with. I want to talk about Fortune. This is a brand new feature. You're going to love this. I had this crazy little brainstorm to find out what could our fortune be today. And we're going to all share and figure this out. Let's see what the fortune is. You know what I'm going to have to do, everyone? I can't believe, when you're getting old and you have to have glasses on to read something. Try not to stand on your own side during an argument. Ooh, now there's some really wise words. Try not to stand on your own side during an argument. And there's your fortune for the day. I hope you like that. We'll try to do this each and every week. See if we can come up with something new. Hey, don't forget, we have a shop tour coming up with Randy Swanson in just a few minutes. I'm bringing back Tony. All right, Tony, come on back, Tony, and we're going to have Tony do a piece called Self-Education. Take it away, Tony.
Hey, a couple things we've been discussing in the group that I belong to, Shop Fix Academy and stuff, is how small habits make big gains. and in your small daily habits chip away at your routines and your daily focus and your daily issues and stuff that you're trying to tackle. So recently I've really tried to make a personal change with this because I've struggled with this heavily and stuff. I use an app called Productive. You can download it at any app store. Basically, that app allows you to track things in streaks. So I'm a big guy that if I'm going to read 30 minutes a day every single day, I want to see that my streak's at 42 days and I'm not going to break that streak. So that is a huge thing. I think a lot of us focus on numbers in our shop, but do you know your self-study numbers? And that's a way to give you some self-study numbers. So what are you going to do on self-study? You can do small things. There's a couple different things that I've done in the past. One thing is a thing called Darren Daily. It is Darren Hardy, the leader and owner and publisher of Success Magazine, who has interviewed a bunch of the great business people out there. It's Darren Daily is a small, about 3-minute thing that you can do every single day. Watch a video on self-study and self-help that way. A Minute with Maxwell from John Maxwell. My father is a John Maxwell certified coach. John Maxwell carries a lot of impact, brings a lot of leadership to the table for everybody, and everybody has something that they can learn from A Minute with Maxwell. The one small thing that I do that's kind of funny, but I remind myself to do this. Hopefully my wife doesn't watch this, but and today's our 8th anniversary. But send a text to your significant other daily. So every single morning, 9 o'clock, my phone hits me with a reminder. Sometimes it happens at 10, sometimes it happens at 8:50, but I send my wife a text every single day. So send a text to your significant other. It's a small daily habit that can really help you out. There's big things like working out daily, weekly, 3 times a week, however many times you need to work out. That's up to you and your personal body, stuff like that. Another big thing that I like to do is reaching out to my industry brethren, other people in the industry, making sure I'm having those 2 to 3 impactful conversations a week with other industry people that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, and that helps keep me grounded. Like I said earlier, your small daily habits chip away or they chip in. So those daily habits either need to provide chip into what you're doing, or they're going to chip away at it. Habitual learning allows you to increase your ability to learn. So if you learn every single day, you're going to learn better over the long run, and nothing beats the compound effect of consistency.
I love it. I mean, how disciplined are you? This is blowing me away. Was productivity a piece of software that really put you on track?
Carm, I was sitting in a meeting in the first industry meeting at ShopFix Academy a couple months ago and stuff, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I'm really not focused. I'm not doing the things that I should do, and I'm listening to other people and I'm picking up tips and stuff like that. It's like I got to find a way to make myself glued to this. So I'm only a couple months in on my journey of self-study every day, but those are just some of the things that I've seen to get myself up off what I was doing before into doing positive self-study things.
Before that, were you a to-do list guy, a heavy to-do list guy?
I was a knock whatever obstacle is in my way in front of me down immediately and as fast as possible and move on type of guy. So I didn't have a lot of organization to my self-study, and that's where the app has come in, called the Productive app, to allow some organization to that aspect of my life.
Wow, great. Thank you so much for this. I think we all learned something. Productive app. Maybe we'll put that in the link in the show notes page, aftermarketweekly.com. All the episodes are archived there. Thank you so much, Tony. Come back here at the end.
Yep.
And remember, everyone, that we do archive all the episodes at aftermarketweekly.com. It is time now to bring on our friend Randy Swanson. And Randy, hey, there you are, my friend. It is time for a tour of your place. Hey, the shop tour is brought to you by Broadly, who helps local auto shops grow through great customer experiences. Broadly attracts and captures leads, helps you communicate by text, collects contactless payments, and gathers reviews. Broadly.com on the web. Hey, Randy, welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
Great. Love to see a tour.
Very good. Here's the start of the tour. My name's Randy Swanson. I'm the owner-operator of Swanson's Auto Service. We started in 1981 as a Marathon gas station, and in 2007 gravitated 1 mile down the road and have a 10-bay repair shop.
10 bay. Nice. And since 81, right? Randy is going to flip his camera around while we wait on that. I think you were telling me the other day that you've been in business 39 years, or you've been in the industry 39 years, I believe.
That is correct.
All righty.
Started out when I was 25 years old.
25. That makes you still a very young man.
And I'm right now having trouble turning the camera around.
Okay. I think as you're in the landscape mode, just slide up a little bit. I think you'll see the options. There we go.
So we are called Swanson's Auto Service. We're also a Hankook and Nokian tire dealer.
Okay.
We are next door to the Sports Center Cafe, and that's a nice place for our customers to go and have a bite to eat while their car is being worked on.
Got it.
We also have a strip mall that we share the parking lot with. So, and then 1 mile south of here is our marathon station, where we started out in 1981.
Do you still own that?
I do not. I sold that in 2007, concentrated just on auto repair. I missed the hustle bustle, but the quality of my life improved about 75%, I say. So
yeah, I bet you it did. Hey, a question: is there an advantage being in the strip plaza?
There is, and it helps. We actually own the strip plaza, so we're able to manage that on site. But it also gives us customers right at hand, and we also are able to help our tenants, customers. We also have a lot of development around. We're located right in the center of a new M6 highway and a large new shopping mall. So
excellent.
So this is it.
Are you guys practicing any kind? Is there plexiglass up there?
There is not.
Okay.
Nope. So as far as COVID, we are mask wearing and we are disinfecting constantly. And that's sort of our COVID program, as well as distancing.
Okay, I see a customer's with a mask. Well, that's nice.
That's Bruce. He's been a customer for 35 plus years. Yeah. So, and he represents a typical customer here. I would say that 90% of our customer base are repeat customers.
How many service advisors do you have?
We have 2, but we only have 1 now. This is Justin. And Wendy sits at the other desk, but she is currently at lunch.
Okay.
So,
love to see the shop now, my friend.
You bet. This is our waiting area where we display tires. We do a lot of tire business in spite of being in the auto repair. This is our wall of fame, if you will. It's a tribute to adventure trips that I've taken. I've been to the North and South Pole, and I've done a lot of mountain climbing. I see that one of the banners has fallen. That's Mount Rainier, and that represents just before I got to the summit, I tripped. And so that's why that's hanging crooked.
I love your sense of humor. I just love it, Randy. And wow, I didn't know North South Pole. Almost at Mount Rainier, huh?
And I got advertising at both the North and South Pole and on Mount McKinley.
Wow, you know, you talk about burning off some steam. This is great.
So this is our waiting room. We 3 things that we emphasize in our business is honesty, professionalism, and cleanliness. So we work very hard at presenting a professional, clean look. I always blame it on my mother and tell people it's her fault that we're so clean because she turned me into a cleaning fetish.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'll wait.
There's nothing wrong with honesty, professionalism, and cleanliness.
You are correct. Here's our no checks accepted. That was a decision we struggled with for 20 years. And when we finally made the move, we never looked back. Also, I should comment that all other European citizens are welcome. This is our waiting room. Again, we work very hard at keeping it clean. This is a customer, April, who's waiting for her car. She got here a few months late, but we decided it's okay. She can come in April or any other month of the year. This room kind of reflects who I am. We have a strong Indian heritage in my family. So this is sort of our Indian room. And again,
Very nice.
we work very hard at keeping this as clean as we possibly can. We take a lot of pride in super, super clean bathrooms, and that's important to us.
Boy, it sure is.
Thank you.
Not important, only important to you, Randy, but important to the customer.
Well, that's why we do it. We think it's what customers want. And in order to, we work hard at not only meeting customers' expectations, but surpassing them.
Love the ASE sign.
Yep. Here's our printer stand. This area, by the way, was remodeled in 2000. Before that, it was a boat marine building. And we have done about 5 remodels, and the final one, the biggest one, being done in 2000. I'll show you when we get out to the shop, but we originally started with 1 bay, 1 alignment machine, and now have graduated into what we have. So this is the office. This is where our office manager, Jody, works from. Back there, we have a closet for supplies.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
This is my desk, which I am at 90% of the time, even though I have a beautiful office. So this is my office.
Interesting. An office and a desk.
An office and a desk, mountain pictures. And then I have a lot of memorabilia representing a lot of my world travels.
I see that. Now, is the reason the desk is over where it is that you want to be kind of close to the action?
No, it is not. The reason I'm not in here is because I'm not close enough to the action. So that's why I do most of my work at the front office desk.
Right. That's what you want to be out there because of that.
I want to have my eyes and ears on what's going on with the business.
Okay.
Even got a little cot here. So if I want to catch a little snooze, I just come in here, close the door, turn the lights off, and rest.
There's nothing wrong with naps. The older I get, the more I appreciate them.
Absolutely. So we're going to go out into our parts room.
Wow, that's a really big parts room.
Again, you can see it's very clean and organized. Again, we work hard at that. We do inventory once a month. Like other shops, the size of the part room is about 25% of what it used to be 20 years ago. So, sure. And that has to do with the changes in automotive, the changes in supplier delivery. You just don't need all the parts now that you used to.
Are the parts coming in the back door?
Yes, that's our delivery door for parts. They bring them in and set them on this counter or on the floor for bigger parts. Mm-hmm. And then we got sliding windows where the mechanics can open those sliding windows and get the parts that they need.
Very good. Do you have a parts person, full-time parts person?
We do not. Would like to, but Jody and I do the majority of it, and we get help from Justin and Wendy as well.
Got it. Everybody pitches in. Got it.
So, and a lot of people wear a lot of hats. This is going into our employee lunchroom.
Yep.
So we have refrigerator, microwave. Again, this is part of the 2000 remodel. So this is a nice room for meetings, meeting one-on-one with employees, getting together and making sure the employees talk to each other. And then we also have employee restroom and shower. And
Very
and
nice.
lockers.
And because of your focus on cleanliness, I'll bet you there's no 2-week-old lunches in that refrigerator.
Yeah, there probably is. About once a month, we go through it and we hold our nose and clean it out.
All right, beautiful. It's a great facility for your people. Just great.
So this is one of the several ways to get from the lunchroom or go into the shop. Like I said, we have 10 bays, 10 hoist, 1 alignment rack, 3 drive-on racks. The rest are asymmetric racks. We'll try to pan back maybe. We can look out our door again. We see the mall parking lot.
Yep, see that.
So here's one of our drive-on racks. Use that for the bigger vehicles. So we got 5 hoists on each side with the center drain.
Do you do a lot of fleet work, Randy?
We do some, but I wouldn't say that we do a lot.
Okay. And how is business for you?
Business is good. It's been good for a long time. Part of that is because of our customer base, our repeat customers. During the COVID crisis in March and April, business was down 60%. However, May going forward has jumped right back up to normal numbers.
Good for you.
This
Good
is
for
an
you.
unusual site. We have four empty hoists right now. And that is not usual, but things have slowed down a bit this week, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
maybe it's back. It's probably back to school, right?
yeah. Well, I don't know. It's probably a lot of things.
All right. Well,
So we
a lot
try
of things
to drive
going
in
on.
cars on this door, the south door. And then the goal is to repair them and drive them out the north door.
Got it.
What
else? What else did you want to show us, Randy? We're running a little over on time. What else did you want to show us?
I guess that is it. We have 5 mechanics.
Okay.
And we take pride in all our equipment is in good shape and new and modern. That desk is just dedicated to our scan equipment. And we'll go back into the shop. There's Rich, our head mechanic. Hi, Rich.
Hey, Rich. Yeah, I love how everything is connected through a very intelligent layout, it seems, Randy.
Well, thank you very kindly there.
Yeah, I like
I'll
that.
pay you later
Everything
for
is
saying
kind
that.
of. Yeah, okay. Hey, we're gonna say bye and thank you so much to Randy Swanson from Swanson's Auto Service. Fabulous tour, very in-depth tour. Love your place. 39 years in business out there in Granville, Michigan. Next week, we're going to Brentwood, Tennessee, and we're going to visit with Kim and Rob Aurenheimer at CS Automotive. Hey, Rick, let's bring up our final our trivia. Who's the largest tire manufacturer? Remember, I told you think outside the box. Now, you may really be upset at me when I give you the real answer, but I said the largest tire maker. You're gonna hate me for this. Go ahead and show us the answer. It is Lego, the world's largest tire manufacturer. Can you believe it? Stats from 2011, Lego built 318 million tires, Bridgestone 190, Michelin 184, Goodyear 181. Okay, I guess if I said vehicle, rubber, big ones, but I thought it was a great stat. I searched it on the internet, and that's exactly what I found. So we are at the end of our wonderful thing. I don't mind bringing Randy and Tony back. Tony, how was that tour? Pretty cool.
Pretty cool tour. Pretty clean shop.
Yeah, pretty nice, pretty clean. I agree with you. So listen, we'll see you all next week. Good to Randy. Thank you so much, Tony. Thanks for your contributions to the show. Next week at CS Automotive, a whole bunch of other fun topics. And I thank you so much for being here. Aftermarketweekly.com. Catch all the action. And thanks for everybody for hanging out with us in social media. Have a good day. Thanks, everybody.